What's up, family Lamskis? Sober Wednesday 5. December 14th is my sobriety date. So I got 1 month. December 14th also is the day that Nick Reiner murdered his father, Rob Reiner, and his mother, Michelle Reiner. And why did he murder them? I suspect it's because they were trying to send him back to rehab, keeping him from doing his little drugs, and people saying he has mental health, but it's the drugs in my opinion. Not that I know, I wasn't there, just in my speculative opinion, allegedly, so on and so forth. As if he's gonna sue me for not saying allegedly. The whole thing is silly. But he's got a whole movie that he made with his dad based on him being a drug addict. He even said before that he sobered up long enough to get back in the position to do drugs again, which is something I don't think I've done consciously before, but surely I've done it subconsciously. So this guy's a drug addict, and that's my sobriety day, the same day that the drug-addled son killed his parents because they were trying to interfere with his drug addiction. That's pretty messed up. So, psycho chick was a blessing in disguise, because thanks to her, I stopped going to this group that was getting on my nerves a lot, complaining about it a lot in my videos. And now I've gone back to this Narcotics Anonymous group that I've been to before. I went there yesterday, it was good. They actually structure their meetings and do stuff that I'm used to from my past experiences in 12-step meetings. And today, a guy who I had sponsor me when I tried to go there in 2023, he was there, and he's this older gay dude. He's just like my brother, man, just like an older gay dude. So I automatically trust him. I'm probably gonna have him to be my sponsor again, just because I trust the guy. He's a cool guy. He reminds me of my brother a lot. So, and he works at the rehab center here, or at least he did in 2023. I have no idea if he's still there. It's been a while. So that was cool. And there's a lot of people in there, so I don't want to shit on my original group that I was going to, that the psycho chick was at. It was good. There were good meetings there, but it was only 10-15 people per meeting, or I don't know, I guess the numbers are kind of the same. I think there's a little bit more here at this Narcotics Anonymous meeting, but it just seems like there's more personalities here, whereas in the Alcoholics Anonymous group I was going to, there's generally just the same 6 or 7 people who share every single meeting, and just not really my thing, especially since some of them are getting on my nerves. And then especially with the psycho chick, I don't want the FAFO. I don't want to fuck around and find out. I don't know who's crazy. I don't trust anybody. As a matter of fact, I plan on buying a pistol because I want to go walking around anywhere and feel safe. So some good news. My dad had some bills that he hadn't paid, and my brother, who was in charge of the estate, he was all about paying these bills. He was stubbornly convinced, for no reason might I add, stubbornly convinced that he had to pay these bills or it was going to come back and bite him in the ass, and his credit score was going to be screwed over. And I tried to tell him yesterday, well, maybe we should look into that. Maybe we don't have to pay the bill. And he got super defensive about it. So I was just look, man, I'm not saying I'm right or anything. I was just saying, man, it's a lot of money that, we could use, I know, or that I could use. I know maybe you don't need it as much. You're more concerned about your credit score. But I don't have any credit. My credit score is minus 2,000 billion, I need the money. I need cold hard cash. That's. And I just had to tell him that, I have to at least stand up for myself, even if I'm wrong. If you just explain to me why I'm wrong, that's fine. But I'm not just going to not say anything, because that's what'll nag me in the future. That's what'll create a resentment in the future. So today, my brother Eric was also talking to him and kind of jabbing the same thing. I guess Eric knows more about this kind of thing than I do, so he was just flat out telling him, you don't have to pay those bills. And apparently Jeff got all mad at him, and so he talked to somebody whose opinion he respects. A lot of times you don't take advice from your family members as much, even if you love them and respect them. You need to hear it from someone on the outside, someone who's not invested, right? Me and my brother Eric, we're invested, so Jeff might be a little skeptical of where we're coming from, but he heard it from somebody who he respects and trusts outside the family. And so he's like, hey, guess what? We don't have to pay those bills. So that increased the total amount of money I'm going to get by like 25%. That was a pretty hefty sum. So even if I don't get a job at all, the money I'm getting, I could probably live off of for like 6 months. I mean, of course I am going to get a job. I mean, that would be retarded to do it to like not get a job. That's, you know, I haven't heard anything from HEB yet. Hopefully get the good news tomorrow, man, because I'm ready to go to work, especially working the overnight shift. I can listen to my headphones all shift long so I can stay current on all the podcasts I need to listen to, because there's so much information to listen to. And yeah, I'm not sure if I finished about why I was happy about going to this new group. You know, like psycho chick, you know, thanks to her being a psycho chick, you know, I'm at this new group. And you know, there's a couple guys at the other group that I kind of wish I could tell them, like, hey man, I didn't relapse or anything, I'm just at this other group now. But I know that's some kind of like narcissistic thing. Like in my head they're like, oh, where's Joe, oh my gosh, I hope he didn't relapse. Like as if they don't have their own lives and their own shit to worry about. Like, I don't know, I'm just being narcissistic or self-centered, but they like, oh my god, I better reassure them that I'm okay. I know they're so worried about me. Like, I have no idea what they think. But there's this girl in this group, man. She looks like my ex-girlfriend, which is like, it's a certain aesthetic, which long story short, Mexican chick with tattoos. That's my thing. Generally my main thing is like just a chick who's hot. I mean, that's, in terms of attraction. I mean, but specifically, you know, I like the black hair, the black eyes. I like the dark skin. They don't need to be light skinned. My ex used to be like, "Don't you think I'm too dark skinned?" And I was like, "I like my Aztecs. You know, like she's a full-blooded Aztec." And the topic of the meeting today was not getting in relationships for the first year of sobriety, or first year of being clean. I can't say sobriety. I don't want to go in there. I'm just gonna go along with their nose. No more, hey, I'm Joe, I'm an alcoholic, or hey, I've been sober for this long. I was like, hey, Joe, I'm an addict and I've been clean for this long, because I can't stand when people like disrupt the norms of whichever group you're in. And so they'll be like, yeah, alcohol is just a drug like everything else. I mean, which obviously it is, but it's just, I know what they're saying, because I guess a lot of people in NA might relapse with beer thinking it's okay, which, I mean, that's pretty stupid. But so this chick who looks like my ex-girlfriend, super hot, you know, that's the topic. So she mentioned she's single too. So I was like, oh, okay, well, if she happens to find me attractive, this game on. Sorry, but you know, that would be required. She would have to find me attractive. I can't just like go up to her and be like, hi, my name's Joe, nice to meet you. That's not how I operate. I'd rather be single for the rest of my life than do that shit. There has to be like a pretext or something, like something. Anyway, because I mean, she's probably got like 37 billion dudes, you know, in her DMs, bro. Like, that's just the world we live in now. Because she actually is hot too, so like, it's not like just the whole factor of dudes will fuck anything. So even if 4 has like 10 billion dudes in her DMs, you know, just because dudes will fuck anything. Like, on top of that, this chick is actually pretty hot, just like my ex was. So, you know, it's cool. You know, she says she's possessive and crazy, and, you know, yeah, she likes to be in control. And, you know, she started tearing up, talking about her kids in the meeting, and, you know, all these things are kind of hot. What can I say, man? I haven't been late for so long, bro. Like, things are looking kind of hot. I'm trying to look hot, too. So, I'm getting this money. I'm getting a new car. I'm getting a pistol. I'm getting a gym membership, and I'm gonna be working my way into this fucking university over here. See, it's all around me. I spend so much time walking through this university grounds, 3 hours a day. Like, I feel like I'm here more than anybody else. So yeah, I guess that's really it, man. Gonna go home, eat some chicken breasts that are cheap as fuck, and watch some more True Detective. Be happy. I got money coming. You know, I'm not rich, but I'm no longer like in a financial state of distress. Like, I get this job. I don't have to worry about rent. I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about that. I can get all nice clothes. I can even, you know, now that I actually have money, I can pay more attention to trying to get into school. Because before it's like, well, I'm broke. I mean, what's the point of even attempting to get into school? you know, and I'll take the time. My brother's friend just got his VA paycheck for filing for PTSD, and you know, he's been out of the Army for 10 years, 15 years. I've been out of the Army for, you know, almost 16 years now, which is crazy. You know, I can take the time to do that. Imagine getting another check on top of a check on top of this money I'm getting. And if I stay sober and don't, you know, that means I'll actually spend the money on shit that matters. Wow. I go to school, get into criminology, and you know, be part of this whole world of, you know, crime and punishment and rehabilitation, and redemption, and all of it, man. Fucking love it, dude. So like, 2026, man, it's gotta be the year. It's gotta be the year, and who knows? Maybe I'll even find me a nice little lassie, you know, who's not too crazy and not too annoying and Mexican. That's what I have to say, bro. She got me, man. I love them. I love my Latinas, girl. I love them, man. So I guess that's all I got. So talk to me later.